Good afternoon. Welcome to the Rogers Right Show. Well, it's breaking news. The Supreme Court has ruled against most of the tariffs that President Trump has enacted, and I think it's necessary that we actually break this decision down. So it was 6-3, and what the Supreme Court did was they ruled against President Trump's unilateral authority to impose sweeping tariffs under the IEEP, which is the International Emergency Economic Powers Act of 1977. So what that means is that his tariffs were not specific enough. For example, he did levy tariffs against Mexico, Canada, and China with regards to fentanyl, and I think those probably stick. But this is not a win for America. This is not a win for Americans. What this is a win for, this is a win for foreign companies, foreign countries, and corporate America. And if we look at it in a little bit legislative meaning, the Constitution grants the power to levy taxes and tariffs to the president, but there's narrow sections that he has to follow. There's Section 232, which is national security, and Section 301, which is unfair trade practices. So an example of 232 would be to impose tariffs because it threatens national security, such as steel or aluminum. The Section 301 would be if someone is violating one of our foreign partners or a treaty partner, violating the agreement of a treaty. So what Trump needs to do is just redo all of his tariffs in a more specific manner, an individual tariff. The blanket tariff is what's being, let's say, vetoed here. And this is America working as it should, whether I think it's the right decision or not. It's the judicial branch performing a check on the executive branch. This is how our government works. This is how it's supposed to work. But long term, I think it's bad for Americans. If, let's say, Costco, right, because they sued, let's say they get a refund, okay? They passed on the additional charges to you. You paid them. Are the prices going to go down? Is Costco going to issue you a refund? Or is Costco or the corporations who passed on tariffs going to pocket that money in the higher prices and then pocket the money they get back from the government? How did the individual Americans get their money back if they actually indeed paid higher costs due to tariffs? Let's think about that.